Hello, everybody. I know it has been a very long time, and especially for a video like this, a very long time coming, but I decided to do it today because this is truly the truth, like, and kind of a life update and to answer a question. And I'm gonna try to make this as quick as possible. I know in my past videos, in a couple of years ago, I think 3 years ago-ish, when I made a long video, I tried to always saying the theme, oh, let's make our video short, let's make them short, somewhere in there, and some different comment, some different way. But I'm just gonna go ahead and say a statement and kind of elaborate on it. So I've been thinking to myself for months, probably a couple of years. I graduated college in 2022. You know, I'm closer to 30 than I am 20 now. I started YouTube, I think I was 17 years old. So the thing is, things have definitely changed. All sorts of things have changed. The last time I made a long, extensive video that was really, really deep, that wasn't even cartoon related, Brianna just passed away. I think it was October. Brianna passed away September. That is the last time. That was 2018. I'm on my way to my 30s now. She passed when I was 18. So it has been a minute since I made a long video like this, but I'm just gonna be real with y'all. The comment I want to say and kind of elaborate on is I've been really thinking to myself, what do I want to do with my life career wise? And after over 25 years, I'm gonna be real with you, there is no career I want to do. There is no career I really necessarily want to do. I graduated high school, graduated college, made sure to never get a record. I wasn't a teen mom. I never, did things like that. I kept good at jobs and stuff like that, but there is no career. I don't necessarily have a passion for any particular field. It's just now I feel like I'm old enough and mature enough to actually accept that, and not force it, not to put myself in thousands of more dollars in debt, not to put myself in years of more stress, just to accept it as it is and just to really, better myself, and from there continue on and not look for that type of satisfaction in a career, but look for that satisfaction within me. Not to looking for that satisfaction within friends, families, relationships, anything, but really from me, and it will fall and path everything else, and be positive. I want to say that because I want people who feel alone when it comes to not knowing their career, really not choice what to do, or even not even wanting to do anything, they don't feel like they're the only person. Get this, I will go ahead and add a couple of factors about me. I did grow up in a 2-parent household. My parents are legally married. I grew up with just one sibling. I grew up in the typical American household, American dream. And as a mixed race person, I did have certain, problems and certain things that were not problems, specifically for my community. I do have copious chronic illnesses. I did go through some financial struggles growing up, but not a lot. I'm never gonna claim I was just in the trenches. For goodness sakes, I have a 2-parent household. I have a vehicle that I did not have to buy. So clearly things were not the worst of the worst. But I did go through some struggles, and especially about high school time, coming of age, starting to get a little bit older. You see the other kids who definitely had significantly more. You see them now grown up. You see how they have more, So I did struggle. I'm not going to downplay my struggle, but I'm not going to add things that just didn't happen, all right? That's just a little bit of a background about myself. Now, I don't want y'all thinking I'm gonna just go and give up on life, because that's not happening. In fact, saying this is actually saving my life to an extent. I am saying is that I just don't have a particular, I don't want to lie to anybody, no friends, no family, anybody, and say, yeah, next year I'm going to go to nursing school. Next year I'm going to go be a firefighter. Next year I'm going to go get my CDL. Next year I'm going to go get 3 certificates. Next year I'm going to go ahead and be an astronaut, a physicist, anything like that. I don't want to lie. But the thing is, I want to tell you something. I have the capability to be anything. I really do. Everything that I did want to do so far, I've done. I went to college, I went to college one semester taking a full course load and a half while working 2 jobs. I know I can do anything I want to do. That's the thing. I just haven't got to it. Now, another thing is I am neurodivergent. I do have ADHD, pretty severe ADHD, actually, to the point where I have to go like and be motivation based. Unless it is something that's absolutely dire, things don't work for me if it's not motivation based. Like, so I gotta have some sort of passion in it. And that's the reason why it really drains me a lot saying careers and I don't have any care for them. I don't have any passion for them. I just don't. My brain does not work like that. It's never worked like that. And being that I'm more mature now, coming of age, I accept that. I'm not going to try to keep on forcing it, because in the past I try to force things, and yes, granted, I'm successful by my Lord and Savior Jesus and by my hard works and by my loving family, by my loving friends, and, you know, just loving me. Loving me. Literally, I was able to do it. But the thing is, that does not mean I was passionate about some of these things. Excuse me. It took me so long to graduate college. It took me so long to leave a job I didn't want to be at. Multiple jobs. It took me so long to get a job that probably wasn't even meant for me. It took me so long to learn so many things. But the thing is, of course, I'm considerably young still. You know, not the youngest anymore. And I can definitely tell, especially by health. But I'm definitely way younger than a lot of people. And especially with the lifespan of everybody here now. But long story short, I just want you to know, when it comes to career, I don't have a passion for a career. I don't. I have gone to school. I've taken just about a little bit of every class. I've worked since I was 17 years old, and I've worked in almost every single field. I've done it. If you can think of a job, I've done it. I've done it. I've been working since I was 17. I've done the jobs. I've been closer to a decade of working. I've done it. I've done the jobs. And I did them part-time, full-time, seasonal, you know, just for the holidays. Of course, seasonal. I just said that. Everything. I've done careers. I've done it. But I just don't have a passion. I've been around plenty of people, a lot of seasoned people. And that's the thing that also gives me a little bit of faith, extra faith, and a little bit of happiness, is the fact that I did get to see these things. And I'm not just telling myself I don't have a passion for a particular career. I know I don't have a passion for a particular career. I have the ability to do it. I can work. I don't have children. I can work, I can move, I can do whatever, and literally just be like, okay, I'll do this, and I'll buckle down to it. If I wanted to, then I could go work at a plant in Minnesota. I could go work at a plant in Louisiana. I can go do whatever. If I wanted to, I could be a manager at any job I've ever been at. If I wanted to, I can be promoted. If I wanted to, I can speak ideas upon companies and things like that. You know, if I wanted to, I'll get another degree. If I wanted to, I get a certificate. If I wanted to, if I had a passion for it, if I even had a care for it, or in fact, if it didn't make me miserable doing it, I would do it. But the problem is, I don't have that. That's the thing. I don't have those feelings. Some of those things will make me miserable if I had to do, even though I probably would be great at it, because I've been good at every job I've been at. Every job. I've done everything you can probably think of in a restaurant, fast food or restaurant. Worked at the gas station, a good chunk of stuff. I've worked at department stores. I've worked at the college itself. I've worked, 3 positions there. I've done all this stuff. And all my jobs, every job you can go to, the people like me there. The people that are still there like me there. They have nothing negative to say. Because, 1, it could be easily debunked. 2, they just don't. I mean, I'm good at every job I've been at. I've done administration. I've done plant work. I've done maintenance. I've done it. I've done I've moved up. I've been promoted. Almost every job I can think of, I've had at least an opportunity to be promoted. And I chose to either accept or reject them. The ones that I did, and I probably stayed a little bit longer, but it is what it is. I've gotten raises at just about every job, gotten bonuses at every single job, gotten benefits. I've gotten high comments, accolades. I've been praised. I've had jobs when the last day I left, the supervisor cried when I leave. The thing is, I'm good at working. I'm very good at working. I'm good at working at any particular career, any particular field, because I'm just like that, by the grace of God and by the hard works of me, I'm gonna make it. That's not the problem. I don't want y'all to think that. And I know I do have depression, and at moments I do get low, but I'm telling you right now, it's not that. Because if anything, I feel joy in the fact that I can actually say that. I feel joy in the fact that I can actually admit it and not just think it in my head, not just say it to only my best friend, not just, write it down and jot it on. No, I can actually just stand up on my 10 toes down and tell you there is no career field I really want to be in. But let's get in the other part of this. Let's talk about what I really actually want to do and what I like doing. What I like doing is accomplishing things. I like to say, I got to do this and I got to do this. I got to say this, I got to say this. And I'm not limited here. I'm not ignorant to this topic. I'm not naive. I'm able to, help somebody put a smile on their face. That's what I like to do. I like to complete things. I like to experiment and try things. I like that. I don't like to just sit up in a box. But that doesn't necessarily mean I want to travel amongst the whole planet in 3 weeks or something like that. It just means that, I like to say I did it, successfully. But that doesn't necessarily mean a job. Because, for the goal, let me tell you, I got my associate's degree. Let me tell you something right now. One point, the goal was graduate college, get you a good office job. That was the best goal of all. Get you a good old career job in the office Monday through Friday, and you literally made it. Justice. That's what I was literally trained on. That's what the next generation, that's what my previous generation told me, go to college and get you a job outside of college with benefits. I did that. It took a while to get there, but I did that. I did that exact thing. Graduated college and got me an administrative job. Benefits, holidays, free health insurance, everything. It was it. But things fell apart here and there. Not immediately. Definitely not immediately. A matter of fact, within the training probation period, I thought I was on the very top in life. It literally was. It was. I had everything, those things, those factors, literally saved me. I was yes. But guess what? Time moved on. Probation moved on. All of that time, stuff like that. That ain't mean anything. As a matter of fact, it actually was the worst. I was oh, I got too much on my plate. I got this on my plate. I got things I don't want to do. I don't want to spend my time here. Everybody thought Monday through Friday was going to be a good thing. It's consistent. Really, it gets boring, gets stagnant. And it's not motivational. You're stuck at the bottom. And there's opportunities to be promoted, but it costs a lot to be promoted. And I'm not talking about money. Then I moved careers. Another job. This is more hands-on, the opposite. Hands-on, but it is a career job. People can be moved up. It does have benefits. It does. In fact, it's closer to home, significantly closer to home. And I think that was one of the main reasons my last job didn't fully work with me. The commute was a little too much. This job is literally the perfect job. No commute. Still has basically all of the factors. Health insurance, all of that. For the chronic illnesses, and all of that. I was, that. But again, same thing happened. There's no passion for it. And it has its own individual problems, and as every job does. But there's no passion in it. And it actually makes me miserable being here. And that's the thought I have. So, and that's those jobs. So imagine in the past, working part-time, 3 hours a shift, then sometimes 11 hours a shift every other day. And then sometimes only 1 day a week. And then sometimes every day a week. And this, that, and the other. Those ones had none of those benefits and bad availability and worse pay. So yes, there is plenty of more things, of course, being young. I'm not just old, y'all. But I know there's more things, but there isn't a career. I've taken tests. I've gone to coaches. I've gone to counselors. I've gone to therapy. I've wrote down notes. I've talked to loved ones. I prayed about it. There is literally, I take a day off to think about it. And there's just no career. I call places around, look for different jobs. I stay out for a while and stick out the job, or I just cut my ties. But still, all of these things and even more, I could probably keep going. And there's still just no passion for a particular career. There isn't. And I'm not even talking about some of my other jobs. And I actually had a couple of more long-term jobs besides those two I went into details about. So the thing is, there's nothing. Like, there's no career. I'm just like saying, you know what? I want to do my Monday through Friday, 40 hours at minimum to survive by. There's no career. And there's definitely no career I'm thinking, oh yeah, in fact, I want to do 80 hours a week. I want to do 65 hours a week. I want to do 60 hours a week. Like some of the jobs at plants. There's no job I'm saying I want to do that. I want to get up real early in the morning. I want to go to bed really late. I want to prepare every day and be there all day and go through these meetings and go through these conversations. There's no career. There is no career I am passionate enough about to do that. There is none. And it has nothing to do with school. Because right now, if I had to, I would pay for school to do it. If there was a job, I was like, yes, this is 100% my passion, I would only be in school. I literally would only be in school focusing on that, and I would be so good at it, I would have all the scholarships. Like before, I had scholarships whenever I had the passion, at the beginning, fresh out of high school. I had scholarships paying for my school. So the thing is, because I was passionate, I was doing great in class. There's not a career. And I wish there was, but I can't just sit here and tell you there is also. I don't know of a career, I can say yes, justice, this is it. I work because I need to. And that's the thing. Let me also add that too, about the working. I'm not saying I just go no job. As a matter of fact, there hasn't been a time I've not been working since I was 17 years old. So it's not that. It's not that I'm not willing to work, because working is, you're being a productive adult. But then also working is it helps me hit goals, I was able to get my CPR. I've not had a CPR before. I was able to get a TWIC. I was able to really, when I was in college, I was able to help pay for the college whenever scholarships didn't come in. Because I went over my associate's degree. So I was able to do a handful of things so far. I'm able to pay for my stuff, whatever health insurance doesn't pay for. I'm able to pay the remainder without going into debt. I'm able to put work on my car. I'm able to travel. I'm able to hang out with my friends and family and all my loved ones. I'm able to, do things and dress up and look nice and have a great time and just hit all these goals. So the thing is, it's not that I'm against working or I'm a bad employee or anything like that. It's just the fact that career-wise, there is no career job. There isn't. And that kind of sucks because it's okay, well, then you'll just stay at one of the other jobs and remaining. But let's go back to what I was saying earlier. Those jobs that were not the career jobs, the remaining jobs, those jobs are not stable for anyone in this economy. They're not. No one's stable off of restaurants and fast food or department stores or, nannying and stuff like that with the kids or cleaning. That's not stable, okay? And it only needs so many supervisors, so many leads, and this, that, and the other. So it's okay, what do you truly do? I guess that's what I think to myself. What do I truly do? I know my mother and family will definitely say pray over it. And they would say for me to especially give them a good talking, hey, let's pull out the pieces, the pros and the cons and things like that. 100% I agree with those things. But the thing is, on top of that, what do I do after? Thing is, like, yes, I'm young, but I'm definitely not as young as I used to be when I started my YouTube channel. So many things have changed that I could go on a video. Like, do you think those videos were long? All of those years I've not talked to y'all, I could really go in on the things I've changed in my life since then. And I just don't honestly know what to do, I don't. And I'm not at that point anymore. I can say I have 10 years to just twiddle my thumbs. That is entirely too much time. Like, if I say I want to have kids, with me having polycystic ovarian syndrome, I got diagnosed with that about 3 years or so after that video with talking about Brianna and talking about stuff like, that situation. 10 years from now, I'll already be 35. Having kids and having a family is already going to have to more than likely be planned, especially with my health. I can't subject my kids. I can't subject my children to me not knowing what to do, me not knowing what to say, when it comes to, like, what did I want to be, So my thing is like, I don't really know what I should do fully, to an extent, I would say. But there isn't a job, but I am happy that I can say it. And I do feel like I'm moving forward. I know I'm moving ahead in a good way by admitting that, because I'm also doing things, I'm also, still hitting goals. I'm still doing what I need to do. I'm still being mature. I'm still being positive. I'm still doing, I didn't just say, oh, let's go off into the sunset and give up. I didn't say that. So, but I don't like this question, But, that's really kind of my thing. I kind of made this video to just really say that so nobody feels alone. I know there's other people who either felt that and no longer feel that, or starting to feel that, or currently right deep into that. I don't know what to do. And I just know I don't know what to do. And I know I don't want to do this. I know I don't want to do that. So, I don't know. It's just something I wanted to say to everybody, say to y'all, say to everybody that I admit. I love y'all, and thank y'all so much for listening to this video. And thank you so much for being back with me after all of these years. I do food reviews and snack reviews and sometimes little TikTok-esque like challenges. I was really passionate about those for a couple of months. Of course, work got a little heavy, and with chronic illnesses, I didn't feel the best for a good while. I do plan on getting back up with those. Those are significantly easier to do, so I plan on doing those like probably like tomorrow, day after tomorrow, something like that. But thank you all again for listening to me, on this. And thank you all for, who do talk about things like this, for not making other people feel lonely. Take care. God bless y'all in Jesus Christ's name, and have fun. Do what you're supposed to do, y'all. Remember, drink water, repent, praise, pray. I know there's a little bit more. And, be happy, forgive. Talk to y'all soon.